We publish about 150 unique pieces of content every month that are systematically distributed across my 6 social media profiles. This results in tens of thousands of leads and hundreds of qualified sales calls. The best part is that I'm able to do this in about 4 hours a week thanks to the content creation system I developed. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a piece of that system, our content pipeline. Now, before I share it with you, just give me 45 seconds so I can explain why we created this pipeline in the first place and why you need to systemize your content creation if you want to scale. Then for the rest of the video, I'll screen share and show you how the content pipeline works and how to install it in your business. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ravi Abuvala. I'm the guy who builds marketing and sales systems for some of the largest names in our industry. Over the past 4 years, we've worked with over 2,000 high-ticket clients and generated $25 million plus in sales for our company. Now, a good portion of those clients came from my social media profiles. As we started to scale, it became increasingly difficult to find the time to come up with new ideas, film, upload, edit, revise, publish, and distribute my content. So I started hiring people to help me. The problem, however, went from having not enough time to create and publish the content to not having enough time to manage the people in my media department. Being the systems guy, I decided to create a content creation system that I could pump out hundreds of unique pieces of content with minimal input from me. This is the same system we help install for our clients so they generate more qualified sales calls that show up and close. Let me show you how it works. So this is what our media pipeline looks like. We put it inside of Asana. I used to do everything inside of Slack, and I treated Slack like a project management tool, but in reality, Slack is not that. It's just there for quick, very fast communication. And if you're looking to scale, you have multiple team members, you need to have some kind of project management pipeline. I use Asana and ClickUp for the different portfolio companies I have. It just depends on what we were using or what they were using when I first started working with them. So let me break down what each section is inside the media pipeline, and then I'm going to go more in depth. So on the far left-hand side, the first section you have is topic. That's pretty obvious. That's the topic of the video that we're creating. Now, this is before I'm filming it, and this is where I'm coming up with different ideas. Maybe I read a book or I watch a different YouTube video, and I'm like, hey, that would be a great video to create content on, so I'll throw it inside here. Also, if I ever have copywriters or creative directors working for our company, they might be able to put specific topic ideas they want me to film, and I can review it right there. Then you have the needs to film column right here. And this is pretty obvious. This is when I need to film something. So this is going to either be moved from topic into needs to filmed when my marketing director wants me to film something, or when my creative director wants me to film something, or if I have scheduled time every single week to film content, I'll decide what I want to film and I'll drag it into needs to film. When I drag it into needs to film, we set up automation on the back end that automatically creates Google Drive folders inside of specific parent folders so that we keep all of our content very organized so we can repurpose it later on. Then after I'm done filming it, I will move it into one of 3 different columns. The first is going to be our YouTube asset in progress column. The second is going to be our shorts in progress column. And the third is going to be our featured in progress column. So for the YouTube asset in progress, this is going to be for any YouTube videos that we do, or any ads or any video sales letters that we do. The reason we batch all these together is that there's a specific SOP a process that we follow, as well as specific video editors that edit these types of videos. And we like to put ads and video sales letters and YouTube videos all in the same group because we kind of see them all as the same thing. And I want someone who's used to the editing style of my YouTube videos. When they see an ad, let's say on YouTube, it follows a lot of the same style. So it's almost like on brand for us. Then we have the shorts in progress. And this is going to be whenever I'm filming short form content, I typically batch 50 to 100 shorts in 1, 2 to 3 hour take. I will then put it inside of the shorts in progress where we specifically give it to our short form editors or short form agencies if we're working with them. And then you have the featured in progress column. This column is a new one that I added because I specifically go on quite a few different master classes or podcasts, or I speak at quite a bit of different events. And what I learned was that it was actually really useful if I could take that content and then repurpose it across our different channels. And in addition to that, inside of our membership site, Scaling School, I actually take the full clip recording where I speak at other events where people pay $5,000 to $50,000, and I give that private recording to my membership to our membership members inside of there. And so I can have a task right here for our creative director to just download this and upload this inside of our membership site. The next step is going to be quality control. And this is pretty obvious, but we have a specific column for it because before we had one, there wasn't really any quality control. It was like kind of random. It was ad hoc. But now when it moves inside quality control, it triggers a list of subtasks for us to review the topic of the video, make sure we're not insulting anybody, make sure that it's on brand, colors wise, the flow of the video wise. Then also we look at the thumbnail, we look at past thumbnails, the intro, the hook, the editing, everything end to end. And essentially my creative director puts their stamp, their job in the line, and they say, this looks good, at which point they will move it to ready for publishing, or they'll say, hey, this needs revisions. So they'll move it to needs to revise, and then they will assign it to the editor that did the original edits on it, and they'll give them specific instructions. And then, like I said, there's ready for publishing whenever we're done revising it or they pass the quality control test. And this is when it essentially goes on our content creation calendar. So you can see there's two shorts that come out today, another one that comes out tomorrow, and you can see how long this pipeline is right here. You can see how far in advance we're pretty much packed out by just how small this little scroll thing is. And the final thing we have is published, and that's obvious. That's when something is published and it's on our platforms, but we keep it inside this pipeline. We just hide it, so that way later on, if we want to repurpose something or it worked well, or maybe we want to run an ad to it, we can find exactly what it is based on that. And the final piece that I'll give you about this, without going too in depth on this high-level YouTube video here, is that what we found that also helps really well is to use custom templates for specific types of videos. So Asana and ClickUp and the majority of the different softwares have this feature. But if you go down to customize and task templates, you'll see right here this says YouTube video. So now whenever I'm creating a YouTube video, I can use a preloaded template every single time. So this says new YouTube video, and then I can put in a specific title here. So let me just actually show you what this looks like. I'll click plus, new YouTube video. So now I have a task template. Let's call this our content creation system. Let's say I'm doing this video right now. Then I'll click on it. I can come down here. This is where the Google Drive link will populate when we automatically upload it. The final link, that will be the Frame.io link that we use, the video type, the editor that's editing it. And then this is the description that you'll see in the link down below. So you'll probably see something very similar. If we have specific assets that we're giving away inside this video, I'll link it here so that my social media manager knows to add it inside of that. Then there's pinned comments, there's the tag, and then there's the topic brief. And so this is going to be the idea behind the video, why I'm coming up with it, any kind of specific editing or things I want my editors or creative directors to be aware of, and then scripting the YouTube video. This actually goes through a few of the different hooks and intros that I've done really well over the past years, or of the videos that have performed very well over the past few years. And that way I can use those as models for the new videos that I am creating. And that's typically what I do. I'll typically script the intro part of the video because that's the thing that gets people to retain the most. And then I'll just dive into more of a free flow idea, which is kind of what I'm doing in this video here. So now that you have a better idea of how our content pipeline works and how you can install one in your business, be sure to also check out the other YouTube video I have on how we generate 20 plus qualified sales calls a day using something called the self-sustaining funnel, which uses this content pipeline.
Hey guys, for the first time ever, we just released an insane training bundle that has literally everything that I've learned going from $0 to $25 million online, plus $20,000 worth of free gifts that we're throwing in it, all for an insanely low price. If you want to get your hands on it, be sure to click the first link in the description down below now.